Someone is ready to marry you, but God has something to say. Beloved soul, the angels say someone is ready to marry you. But before they take that step, God has something to say. This message is for the one whose spirit has been sensing a divine shift, a holy preparation for a love that is not just romantic, but ordained. Welcome to Angel Messages for You, where heaven's promises are revealed in perfect timing. What you are about to hear is a sacred confirmation. A heart has chosen you. A covenant is being prepared, and God Himself is aligning every detail before the promise is spoken. If your soul feels the weight of this truth, click subscribe and tap the bell. You are part of a divine love story. Don't miss a single moment. Let heaven know you received this confirmation. Comment, "I receive my divine union," "My heart is ready," or "Heaven's timing is perfect." Your faith aligns you with this holy blessing. For those moved to support this channel of spiritual alignment, your super thanks helps us bring these life-changing messages to souls waiting for their covenant. The angels say heaven is stirring this season with divine expectancy. The air around you feels different for a reason. It's not your imagination, it's alignment. The one chosen for you is being moved by the hand of God. Every prayer you've whispered, every tear you've shed, every lonely night you've endured, it's all been preparing the soil for this sacred union. They've been feeling an undeniable pull toward you. Even in silence, their spirit calls your name. Even when they try to focus on something else, heaven brings you to mind. Because this connection is written in heaven's design, and it refuses to fade. The angels say, your love story is about to step into motion. This person isn't just imagining a future with you. They're planning it in their heart. They've envisioned the moment they'll stand before you and say, "This is what I've been waiting for." They've pictured your smile, your peace, the way your presence calms the storms inside them. But God is whispering to both of you, "Let me be the center." Because marriage is not just a promise between two hearts. It's a covenant between three, God, you, and them. And that's why this moment feels so sacred. Heaven says, they've been growing in wisdom. They're learning to lead with prayer. They've been studying God's word, asking for guidance, seeking spiritual maturity, because they know they cannot build something eternal on a foundation of emotion alone. They want to build a home that feels like peace, a relationship that reflects heaven, a love that brings light to every room it enters. They want to walk beside you, not ahead of you, to pray with you, not argue with you, to fight for you, not against you. The angels say God has been speaking to them through signs, little confirmations that remind them of you. Your favorite verse appearing at random, a song you once shared playing unexpectedly, even a scent or a phrase that takes them back to your presence. Heaven is nudging their spirit and saying, it's almost time. They're asking God for courage, for timing, for the perfect way to express what's been locked inside their heart. Because they don't want to come empty-handed. They want to come covered in prayer. They want to come with peace, with purpose, with certainty, and heaven says they're almost ready. The finishing touches are being made in secret. Their finances are being aligned. Their family is being softened. Their faith is being strengthened. Every detail is under divine supervision. If you feel this truth stirring in your heart, comment, "I trust heaven's timing," or "God is preparing my promise," or "I am ready for kingdom love." Tap like to seal your agreement with heaven.
Subscribe to Angel Messages for You and tap the bell so you never miss another prophetic word meant for your spirit.
And if this message fills your heart with hope, send a super thanks to sow into what God is birthing in your life right now. The angels say, this person has been tested in love before. They've seen what happens when love is rushed. They've seen what happens when emotions lead instead of spirit, and now they know better. They've learned that love without God is fragile, but love with God is forever. That's why they've taken their time. That's why heaven has delayed their arrival, not to frustrate you, but to perfect them. They needed to heal from wounds that had nothing to do with you. They needed to release fear and learn how to lead from faith. They needed to understand that true love is service, not control. God says, they are finally ready to love you like He loves you, patiently, faithfully, without condition. They've been fasting, praying, and reflecting. They've been asking God, am I truly ready? And heaven keeps answering, yes, but let me guide your steps. You'll feel it when the moment comes. You'll feel a peace so strong it silences every doubt. You'll feel a stillness in your spirit that says, this is it. And heaven will whisper, now. They're going to express what they've held back for so long. Maybe through a message, maybe through a visit, maybe through an emotional confession that takes you by surprise. But when it happens, it will be drenched in sincerity. It won't be rushed. It will be real. If this word feels like it's speaking directly to you, comment, this message is mine. Or, heaven knows my story. Or, my union is being prepared by God. Tap like as an act of faith and expectation. Subscribe to Angel Messages for You, and don't forget to tap the bell to receive every divine update meant for your heart. And if this word stirred your soul, send a super thanks to show heaven your gratitude for the promise unfolding. The angels say, you are being wrapped in preparation. God is teaching you to love deeper, to listen closer, to trust stronger. Because when this marriage manifests, it will require both of you to walk as one. One vision, one purpose, one prayer. This is not an ordinary love, it's generational. It's a bond that will shift destinies. It will heal family lines. It will restore faith in those watching from the outside. They're being refined for the role of spiritual partner. You're being prepared for the mantle of divine counterpart. And heaven is smiling because the story is almost complete. So don't lose heart if it feels delayed. Don't doubt when silence fills the air. Silence is not absence, it's construction. Heaven is building something sacred, and every detail is worth the wait. The angels say, you're not waiting alone. Heaven is waiting with you. And when this person finally stands before you with peace in their eyes and God in their heart, you'll know it was never just about timing. It was about transformation. This is your divine confirmation. A covenant is forming. A promise is being fulfilled. A wedding is being written by heaven itself. So stay in faith, stay in peace, and get ready, because soon love won't just be a promise. It will be a testimony. The angels say, this is the moment when destiny begins to take shape in the physical. You've felt it for weeks, the stirring in your spirit, the quiet sense that something sacred is approaching. It's not imagination, it's alignment. Heaven is whispering, prepare your heart, because what I promised is about to appear. Your soulmate has been walking through a season of revelation. Every test they faced was meant to refine them, not punish them. They've been learning humility. They've been learning faith. They've been learning that love ordained by God requires surrender, not control. The angels say they've seen how patient you've been. You didn't chase. You didn't force. You simply trusted that what was meant for you could never pass you by. That faith has become a fragrance in heaven, a signal that your spirit is ready to receive divine partnership. They've been thinking about you constantly, in the quiet hours before dawn, in the middle of the day when everything feels heavy, in moments when they need peace and your name comes like a prayer. They remember how your presence carried warmth, how your words carried hope, how your silence carried strength. Now they understand why nothing else ever felt right. Because no one else was assigned to their spirit, only you. The angels say they've been asking God for courage. They don't just want to marry you, they want to honor you. They want to protect what heaven has entrusted them with. They're saying, Lord, teach me to love them the way you do. And heaven is answering by molding their heart for covenant. You'll feel it before it happens. Your dreams will shift. Your peace will deepen. You'll feel a gentle excitement in your chest that says, it's close. Because heaven always prepares your emotions before it delivers your promise. If your heart feels this confirmation, comment, my heart is ready for divine love, or God's timing is perfect, or heaven is aligning my marriage season. Tap like right now if you're claiming this in faith. And if this message has touched you, send a super thanks as your act of faith. Sow into what heaven is about to release into your life. The angels say they've been organizing their life around this promise. You may not see it yet, but they're changing routines. They're letting go of what no longer serves their growth. They're learning how to communicate with love instead of pride. They're growing into the kind of person who can carry your heart safely. Heaven says they've started to dream of your wedding. Not out of fantasy, but out of faith. They've been picturing the moment they look into your eyes and say, I choose you for eternity. They've imagined how peace will flood the room, how angels will stand guard as witnesses, because this love is not ordinary, it's prophetic. They've been through many lessons, but the greatest one was learning that love isn't about possession, it's about purpose. You were never meant to be controlled, you were meant to be cherished. And they finally see that now. The angels say, this marriage will be different from anything either of you have known before. It will not be built on fear but on faith. It will not revolve around insecurity, but around intimacy with God. This relationship will become a reflection of divine order, peaceful, balanced, and overflowing with grace. And God says, that's why I took my time. He needed to shape both hearts. He needed to remove the distractions, the old wounds, the fear of rejection, because covenant love requires healed hearts. And now both of you are stepping into wholeness. They are praying for the moment to arrive. They're writing things down they wish to tell you. They're remembering the details of your first conversation. Every smile, every word, every look that lingered longer than it should have. It's all engraved in their heart like a song they can't stop replaying. The angels say, don't worry about how it will happen. Worry tries to control outcomes that belong to God. Faith simply receives them. Let your faith speak louder than your fear, because even now, heaven is orchestrating divine timing. Flights are aligning, schedules are clearing, opportunities are opening, all to bring this connection into perfect union. You won't have to beg. You won't have to question. It will feel natural, peaceful, and holy. Because when something is truly from God, it flows effortlessly. They'll come to you humbled, not boastful. Peaceful, not anxious. Clear, not confusing. And you'll know it's not just love, it's legacy. The angels say, get ready for divine surprise. Heaven loves to reveal blessings in unexpected ways. This person may appear sooner than you expect. They might reach out with words they once struggled to say. And in that moment, you'll feel heaven smiling. So stay aligned, beloved. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep preparing your heart for what's already on its way. Because what's coming is more than marriage, it's ministry. It's two destinies meeting at the altar of divine purpose. And when it happens, you'll look back and say, every delay was divine. Every waiting season was worth it. Heaven says, it's almost time. Stay ready. Chosen one, your name is being spoken in heaven, and soon it will be spoken in vows on earth. The angels say heaven is finalizing the last details. Every delay you felt, every pause that made you question God's plan was not a setback. It was set up. Heaven has been aligning hearts, healing wounds, and preparing divine timing. What's about to happen will feel supernatural. It won't make sense to the natural mind, but your spirit will recognize it instantly. You've carried faith quietly. You've prayed when no one was watching. You've loved without receiving love back right away. And heaven saw every moment. That's why this blessing will come wrapped in peace and glory. Because it's heaven's way of saying, I saw you waiting. Your soulmate has reached the place of surrender. They've stopped fighting what's been divinely written. They've stopped comparing you to anyone else. They know now that no imitation could replace divine design. Their heart is soft. Their spirit is open. And their eyes are fixed on you, the angels say. They've been imagining the life you could build together. Not just a house, but a home. Not just a moment, but a mission. They dream of partnership, of building something that glorifies God. They want to walk beside you in faith, to pray with you before every decision, to speak your name with reverence and love. They've been asking heaven, is this really the one? And God keeps answering with peace. Not loud, not dramatic, just gentle peace. The kind that says, yes, this is safe. Yes, this is sacred, and that's why they're moving forward. Every hesitation is dissolving. Every fear is being replaced with faith. Every doubt is being washed away by divine confirmation. Heaven says, you'll know the time has come because everything around you will start to flow. Messages will arrive at the right time. Conversations will open easily. Doors that were once closed will swing wide with favor. And you'll look around and realize God is in every detail. If you feel this word resonating, comment, God is aligning my covenant, or peace is my confirmation, or heaven's timing is perfect. Tap like if you're claiming this season of divine partnership. And if this message has spoken life into your heart, send a super thanks to sow into your upcoming breakthrough. The angels say, this marriage will be covered by heaven's protection. It will not crumble under pressure. It will not break under fear, because it's being built on the cornerstone of faith. You'll pray together. You'll dream together. You'll heal together. You'll walk in divine purpose side by side. They've seen your strength. They've watched how you stay kind even in pain. They've been moved by how you never lost your faith, how you never let bitterness take root. And that's why their love for you has deepened. Because they don't just admire you, they respect your anointing. They're realizing this connection isn't about possession. It's about protection. They were never meant to own you. They were meant to cover you in prayer, to walk with you in partnership, to be the earthly reflection of God's love for you. Heaven says they're ready to step into that role. They're no longer asking, am I enough? They're declaring, with God, I can love them the way they deserve. Because this isn't just emotion anymore, it's revelation. They know now that your connection has divine purpose written all over it. You'll see small signs first. A sudden message, a name repeated in unexpected places, a peace that keeps washing over you when you think of them. That's heaven saying, stay expectant, your story is unfolding. This person is being guided by divine instruction. Every move they make is being whispered by angels. Even their hesitations are divine protection, keeping things in perfect sequence. If you're in agreement with heaven's timing, comment, I'm walking in divine order, or God's hand is guiding my love story. Tap like to release your faith. And if this message moved your heart, send a super thanks as your act of gratitude for what God is bringing forth. The angels say, when the day arrives, it will be gentle. It won't be chaos or confusion. It will come wrapped in peace. You'll know in your spirit before it even happens. Because divine love never comes to rush, it comes to rest. They're planning a moment that will seal this promise. It may come through a heartfelt proposal, a declaration of commitment, or a conversation that changes everything. But it will feel ordained. It will carry the fragrance of heaven. It will sound like redemption and look like restoration. God says, this is not just a marriage, it's a mission. Together, you will bring light where darkness once reigned. You will lift others through your example of faith. You will show that divine love isn't fantasy, it's holy truth. Heaven is already smiling upon this. Angels are guarding the path, removing obstacles, and aligning everything for divine timing. So don't lose hope if it's quiet right now. Silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means God is perfecting every detail. Stay in faith. Stay expectant. Keep your heart open, because the one who's been chosen for you is preparing to walk toward you in obedience, not emotion. And when it happens, it won't just be love, it will be fulfillment. It will be covenant. It will be heaven's promise made visible. So, smile and say out loud, I receive it. Comment, this is my season of divine marriage. Tap like to affirm your belief. Tap the bell for daily heavenly insight and send us super thanks if you're standing in faith for what heaven is about to release. The angels say it's closer than you think. Keep your faith steady. Your love story is already written, and soon it will unfold exactly as heaven intended. The angels say, heaven is moving swiftly now. The winds of change are blowing in your direction. Every obstacle that once stood between you and your divine partner is being removed by the hand of God. What once seemed impossible is about to become undeniable. You've stepped into a season of divine manifestation. The prayers you whispered in secret are echoing in heaven. Your faith has reached maturity. You no longer ask, when will it happen? Now your spirit says, God, I trust your timing. And that's the moment heaven begins to accelerate your blessing. This person, the one heaven has chosen, has been feeling an unexplainable urgency in their heart. They can't focus like they used to. Everything reminds them of you. The way you laughed, the peace your voice carried, the calm that followed your presence. They've tried to ignore it, but heaven keeps placing you right in front of their heart. In dreams, in conversations, even in unexpected moments where your name shows up again and again. Because God is saying, stop running. This is your person. The angels say they've started to pray differently now. Not just for clarity, but for courage. They're praying for the strength to love you, right? They're asking God to show them how to build something that lasts. And heaven is answering by pouring wisdom into their spirit. They've had to release the old version of themselves. The one who was afraid of commitment. The one who was guarded, defensive, unsure. God is stripping away those layers so they can love you with transparency. They're learning that love is not weakness, it's worship. And through you, they're seeing what divine love truly looks like. If this word is touching your heart, comment, I receive my divine union, or God's promises never fail, or my marriage is being prepared by heaven. Tap like to declare your faith out loud. And if this word has blessed you deeply, send a super thanks to sow into the miracle that's already forming in your life. The angels say they are being led by love, not lust. This is not a shallow attraction. This is soul-deep recognition. Their heart knows what their mind once doubted. You are home. You are safety. You are purpose wrapped in human form. They've been envisioning your life together in small, quiet ways. Cooking dinner side by side, praying before bed, laughing over memories that only you two would understand. They crave peace, and they know peace lives where you are. They're also making important decisions right now. Letting go of distractions, clearing their schedule, closing the door to people who drain their energy, because they finally realize they can't carry chaos and covenant at the same time. Heaven says, this love has been tested by time and truth. You've both faced seasons where silence stretched long and doubts crept in. But that silence wasn't rejection, it was preparation. God needed both hearts to grow individually, so that when you reunite, you'll be whole, not half. They're seeing things clearly now. They know what matters. They know who matters. And in every vision of the future, you're there. Not as an option, but as destiny. Heaven has already stamped this connection with approval. Your angels have been protecting it from counterfeit love, from distractions, from anything not aligned with divine purpose. That's why you had to lose certain people. That's why the wrong ones couldn't stay. Because God was saving space for the right one. If your spirit feels that confirmation, comment, "This love is protected by God," or "Peace is my sign," or "Heaven is aligning my soulmate." Tap like as an act of faith. And send a super thanks if you're sowing in faith toward your breakthrough season. The angels say, when they come, it will happen quickly. One moment you'll be wondering when, and the next, it will unfold right before your eyes. Because when divine timing strikes, there's no delay. Their words will carry truth. Their presence will feel safe. Their love will bring calm, not confusion. This time you won't question it, because peace will speak louder than promises. They're ready to build with you now, not just emotionally but spiritually. They want to grow in faith together, to dream together, to conquer challenges side by side. This will be a relationship rooted in purpose and sustained by prayer. Heaven says, you've already been prepared for this moment. Your patience has shaped you into the partner you were always meant to be. Your obedience has positioned you to receive blessings that won't fade. This marriage will be your reward for choosing faith over fear. They're coming, beloved, with sincerity, with humility, with a heart ready to love the way God intended. And when they arrive, you'll feel something sacred in the atmosphere. The quiet voice of heaven saying, "This is what I promised." So breathe. Stay expectant, keep your heart open, and know that your love story is already unfolding in heaven's timeline. The angels say your name is being written in someone's prayers tonight. They're thanking God for you, and soon those prayers will turn into action, and those dreams will turn into vows. Because when heaven ordains love, it always finds its way home. The angels say, this moment is sacred. The story that God has been writing between you and your divine partner is entering a new chapter. What once felt uncertain is about to be made clear. The confusion is lifting, the silence is breaking, and heaven is bringing everything into divine order. Your soulmate has reached a level of spiritual maturity that they've never known before. They've been humbled by life's lessons. They've cried in private, asking God to show them the truth. And in every prayer, your name keeps surfacing. Not by coincidence, but by confirmation. Because their heart knows what their spirit has always whispered. You are the one God chose. They're not coming to you half-ready this time. They're coming prepared, healed, restored, aligned. They've seen the difference between worldly love and heavenly love. And now they want something eternal, something rooted in God's will. Heaven says, your connection has already been sealed in the spiritual realm. That's why you've been feeling waves of peace lately. It's your spirit recognizing that something divine is about to manifest. You may feel emotional for no reason. You may find yourself smiling randomly. Those are confirmations. Heaven is saying, get ready. The promise is near. They've been dreaming about you more often. Sometimes it's your smile. Sometimes it's a vision of your wedding. Sometimes it's simply the warmth of your energy surrounding them. Each dream leaves them with the same truth. They can't imagine life without you. The angels say they've already started planning how to approach you. They've written words they haven't said yet. They've thought about what to bring. They've asked God to give them the right timing and courage. Because when they come forward, they want it to be blessed. They want heaven's fingerprint on every word. If this message resonates with your spirit, comment, "My heart is ready for divine love," or "God's timing is perfect for me," or "I'm walking into my marriage season." Tap like to claim this prophetic word over your life. And if this message has touched your heart, send a super thanks as your act of faith. Sow into what God is preparing for you. The angels say, this person's heart is racing with anticipation. They're excited but also reverent, because they know this isn't just a relationship, it's destiny. They can sense that heaven has chosen you for a reason, and that reason is far greater than romance. Together you'll carry light into dark places. Together you'll lift others who've lost hope. Together you'll show what God's love looks like in human form. They've been asking God for confirmation after confirmation, and heaven has delivered each one. They've seen your name appear when they prayed. They've heard songs that speak directly to their heart. They've felt divine peace when thinking about you, and that peace is what keeps drawing them closer. They're ready